Hello, and welcome to Roseplay Presents, episode 64, the top 5 games of E3 2018. As always, we're your co-hosts, Aurian MoonRose and Saul Wildfire. My speech is still a little whacked. So, here on Roseplay Presents, we can do things a little differently than what we normally do on our normal series. Rather than having a main series with 3 special episodes, every episode's a special episode. So take your favorite TV show that did so well that it got turned into a movie. And that's where you get Roseplay Presents. Anything can happen from interviews with content creators and game developers to closed betas, podcasts, vlogs, press conferences, I guess variations of top 10s, anything. And, as I stated, we'll be doing the top 5 games of E3. 2 episodes from now will be the top 5 worst. So, we'll go ahead and start with number 5, which was The Adventures of... That is the whole thing, right? The Adventures of...
Yeah,
The Adventures of Captain Spirit. So we'll go ahead and give it over to our Life is Strange expert who played the crap out of 1 and 2. Or I guess 2 and 1. Or 1 and 0. You know, I don't...
Playing Life is Strange really gets you pumped up for number 2. Like, it's like, they did so good with the story in both of Life is Strange and Before the Storm, that it really gets you to wonder, like, what they're going to do with this new character and how they're going to fit him into the universe, you know. So, I was really interested in it, and we get to play a little bit of it, the demo, because that's pretty much what it is.
It is. It literally is a 2-hour demo. And for something like that to be on the top 5 list, a demo, it had to do things right.
Yeah, exactly, and it was like... It was a good demo, though, and we still haven't even completed the whole thing. Like, we just played, like, through it the first time or whatever, and it was really promising, honestly. So, I think it definitely deserved a place on this list, being MO even.
Yes, no, especially it being number 5. Like, I can't see putting a demo any higher than that, personally, but the fact that it made it to number 5... good enough. And that's the thing too, like we were saying, it is a demo. It's supposed to be, I think, a 2-hour long demo, but of course if you don't know what you're doing, like we kind of still haven't figured out, there is many questions though that the demo raises that people have been speculating. Is the kid the main character? Is one of the other people that they showed, namely at the end of the demo, the people who I'm pretty sure saw him?
Yeah.
How is the game going to go? My most important question is, are they going to link not episode 1, Life is Strange 1 with episode 2? If so, what is going to be the canon choice for the end of Life is Strange? Because not going to spoil it, but Life is Strange 1 really has a hard choice. But no, I gotta agree. Number 5 is a good spot to be putting Captain Spirit because, like I said, it's a demo. It doesn't go any higher, but the fact that you can actually play demo, and albeit Life is Strange 2 might have anything to do with what we did, or it might take place later on when we run into the kid, it kind of also feels like its own game within a demo, like movie trailers nowadays, where they show trailers and they show stuff in the trailer that doesn't pop up in the movie just to get people, and that's what this feels like.
Literally, like, what if, like, he was her, like, love interest, and he was, like, they have a big age difference, and they literally run into each other later on.
That would be interesting. A kid with psychic powers meets a girl with time travel.
She just goes back in a picture, somehow runs into him as a baby.
That would be even more implicating, disturbing. So that's why pretty much Captain Spirit ended up number 5. So, number 4, which we did change around a little bit. We had one thing. Well, actually, to be fair, we had something for 5 too, and it got changed to something else. We did originally have one thing, and last moment we decided that we agreed that we would switch it to number 4. Number 4, top 5 game of E3 was The Last of Us 2. Now, we're trying not to do stuff that's already been premiered in a previous E3. But we never really got gameplay like we did this time. And if gameplay looks as good as it did in number 1, then this game is definitely shaping up to be good. The story still looks like it's going to be interesting. The fact that it's very brutal still. And just the fact that if you played number 1, and I mean everyone and their uncle seems to love the first Last of Us, you're very invested in a part 2 and where it can go. And as long as they don't screw that up, this game should probably be up there along with the first one. And I mean, albeit it didn't get first, and that's because I wasn't sure how much of it was gameplay and how much of it wasn't. I mean, definitely more than Death Stranding, but I just feel like they're gonna polish it a bit more. Like, I feel like it's not gonna be out this year; it might be out next year. And because of the fact that it's not fully out yet, it could still be a really changed product. Alan Wake was a definitely good example of that. Premiered at 2006's E3, definitely went through an overhaul by the time they wanted to bring it out.
Yeah, for sure. Well, it was definitely close between the Tomb Raider and The Last of Us 2, but I felt like the story of Last of Us 2 felt more compelling than Tomb Raider. Plus, like, I don't know, after like a few of the Tomb Raiders, I kind of got like a little, like, I don't know, not sick of it, but like a little bored.
Well, the fact that I think they're doing an origin story and they've spanned it into 3, 2 would have worked and then went to the present day 4, but 3 is kind of pushing it. Like, I'm ready for Laura to be the Tomb Raider, not prep up to be it.
Yeah, like, it seems like it's just dragging on and on and on, kind of. But, like, I don't know, just the story seemed more compelling than the Tomb Raider one, I think. Which definitely gave it that extra boost. And the gameplay, they showed gameplay, they didn't show much for the Tomb Raider at all.
Well, and what little they did, I kept making jokes about, which, of course, you can see it in our press conference. I kept making jokes about it looking like Batman or the landscape looking like The Last of Us 2.
And Spider-Man.
Oh, yeah, and a little bit Spider-Man. Yeah, I'll give you that one.
Well, that one looked like Arkham too, so they kind of all look like Batman.
Yeah, but with the differences with Spider-Man, though, it's going to be amazing nonetheless, I think.
Yeah, most definitely. So that's why it definitely deserved a place on the list.
No, I couldn't agree more with that. So, our top 3rd game of E3 is Trials Rising. Don't get me wrong, I'm not saying it doesn't deserve it. I feel like there's a few things that I liked that could be put here, but I know you don't like it, and the list was to be something that we both could agree on. So I'm definitely going to agree with that. I still feel, for honorable mention, though, Kingdom Hearts 3, Devil May Cry 5. I personally think should do that. But here's why we, in the end, chose, at least why I agreed to choose Trials Rising, is because, okay, first of all, it's kind of like a sports game on bikes. And, I mean, I want our list to be multiple things, not just one type of genre. So that's the first reason why I kind of agreed that it should be there. And third's a good place. Second, not only are you racing against other people, but the part that I think stands it out and why it deserves to be on this list is the crashes, the destruction, the pain that the rider must be feeling. It reminds me of the Burnout series. And I don't know how much you remember the Burnout series or if you played it, but I mean, it's basically what Trials feels like, but to a worse degree, because if the character falls off the bike, you really see his limbs and whatnot go flying everywhere. And even if I'm not a huge fan of sports games or motocross games, I know you are, and I can still enjoy them. but I definitely think there's something unique about Trials that a lot of the sports games don't do. And that's why I kind of do agree with the fact that it should be number 3. And it did it again. All right, we're going to take a small break this time because I am not going to let this happen again. We will be right back. Even though it only says 1 minute up there, and that's kind of weird. And we're going to let it go out, and we'll do a little jump to her thoughts on Trials Rising. Alright, so we went ahead and fixed that issue. I do apologize. I know what happened last time we went with it. Wasn't going to do it this time. Apparently, they're still fixing the full screen issue out, bugs for Mixer on the Xbox. But let's go ahead and continue this out with going to Sol as to why she thought Trials not only deserved number 3, but why it deserved to be on this list.
Alright, well, I played the first one or something. I don't know if it was a trial or if we bought it, but I played it on the Xbox 360, and I really liked it. Like it's like so fun when you're like going. Well, I don't know. They had a lot of ramps on it, and so you like fly, and you could literally fly to the finish line, and you like had time limits and whatnot, and your best times and stuff. And I just loved it from the very beginning, honestly. And then they brought out.
Yeah, just continue. We'll go ahead and finish it.
All right. Well, they brought out the fact that you can get crushed by stuff too. And like a whole like open world type thing, and I thought that was really, really neat, so I'm really looking forward to it, and I think it deserves to be on this top 3. Well, 5, but at number 3.
Yeah, of the top 3, I think definitely, yeah. First of all, I'm not happy with you right now, Microsoft or Mixer. But no, I can completely agree with that. I do remember seeing a Trials game beforehand. I honestly don't remember if I played it or not, but the game reminds me of Avatar Connect or something. Like there was this obstacle course that you had to do with the Connect, and you could run, and your avatar would run. I don't even know why I'm doing the motions. Like the camera's not even on. But basically, it reminds me of that game. So. No, I mean, I completely agree with you. Like, from what I remember seeing for the first Trials game, it definitely was better than it could be. And what I mean by that is you see what you saw, and if you liked that, then this game is going to be amazing. Because it looks like they did improve a lot of the craziness and everything else. Alright, so I guess we're just gonna keep green screen because...
Is there a way to turn the camera off?
There is, but then it would be stuck on Dragon Age.
I meant all together.
Oh, yeah, there's ways to turn the camera off.
Because that's kind of stupid that's a full green screen. Why, like, it'd be better with just the audio.
It would, but like I said, the problem is if we turn off the camera, it's gonna go straight to the Dragon Age screen that's keeping it up. And then we're going to have the Dragon Age music to contend with. So, I don't know. So, I guess we'll let it load quickly again, and we'll try this one more time. No, just continue?
It's not gonna work, so.
No, I agree. What? Oh, God.
I think I jinxed it.
I think Microsoft has some bugs to work out with Mixer.
Yeah, most definitely.
All right, well, I guess we got Pitcher back, so I guess that's a positive. How long it'll last is beyond me. Because last time it never came back. So I guess that's at least a...
There it went.
Yeah, no, I give up. We're just gonna deal with it, I guess. Again, I apologize for the green screen. But let's go ahead and continue the show. So, number 2, and I definitely believe it deserves number 2, is Unravel 2. So, let's go ahead and give it over to Sol, and she can start off as to why we picked what we picked.
Well, I mean, we didn't try it Unraveled really before we saw the trailer, but I don't know, like Unraveled, like just watching it from the trailer the first time, from the first one, really excited me, and then the fact that they brought the whole you need someone else to get by, it's just really, really cool. Like playing Unraveled now, the first one, it's like amazing. It's like fun. The puzzles are really fun in it, and the fact that they're adding another partner is going to be like truly amazing in my opinion. It just looked, all the puzzles they showed in the trailer, it looked really neat and got me from the very beginning when I saw it. So I definitely think it deserves second.
Well, and here's the thing. I had already... No, did I buy Unravel? No, we bought it a little bit after Unravel 2 got premiered. No, wait. Yeah, no, we did have Unravel. Never mind.
We just didn't try it.
We just didn't try it. We bought Unravel 2 a little bit after it was shown on E3. I bought Unravel, though, because I liked it. Never played it at the time, but I liked what it represented. And then I saw 2, and it's like, even you were like, I want to try this. And I'm like, cool beans. Yeah, no, I do agree with you. Here's the thing. A lot of people complained at E3 that the game is ruined because they're throwing co-op. You don't need to use co-op, though. You can just do it with one player and control both of them. But it's neat that not only do you have a new aspect where you don't have to worry about the string running low, that you have to use the string that you two already have attached to accomplish the goals, but the fact that you can also bring a friend into the game, get them to like it, so they go back and they play the first Unraveled. But I just think the aspect of the game evolved, and it evolved... This is going to hurt. Nope. Cat jumped up on me, and I thought she was going to claw. You would have seen it if video was working, but I feel like some games, they take the safe route. You know, let's do a sequel, not much has changed. Like Dragon Age, for instance. They have changed it around a little bit, but it still plays and feels like Dragon Age. So, the fact that they took a risk, threw a different aspect of the cameras working again. Hi, kitty cat. The aspect of, hey, we're going to throw a second player in here. You guys can play with 2 people. And this is going to change up how you play Unraveled. You're still going to have to, you know, use the string to swing across boulder things because your other partner's got to hang. But now it's different.
Yeah.
And I mean, that's really in the end why I think Unravel 2, I almost want to say, if Fallout 76 was to go up against it, and it was just the first in the series, like, I definitely think Unraveled would go, and yeah, I just revealed number 1 a little early. But, I mean, it's kind of a transition into it. Plus the cat and the video kind of confused me, didn't you? But yeah, so number 1 is Fallout 76. I think if Fallout 76 would have been the first in the game series, Unravel 2, in my opinion, would have gotten number 1. Because of the fact that there was another Unraveled game. But, yeah, I love that I revealed number 1 way too early, but hey, this video's kind of wacky as it is with cats and green screens. And so moving on to number 1. I bet you guys can't figure out what the number 1 top 3 game is. Fallout 76. I don't know. This one we might have a lot to talk about. So I'm definitely going to give this one over to her first because she, I think, is a bigger fan of Fallout than I am. So,
well, I mean, I really liked Fallout 3. Like, it really got me hooked on Fallout. Fallout 4 really upset me. But, New Vegas was kind of... I mean, I got stuck everywhere with New Vegas. I'm not kidding you. I got stuck everywhere. And then, like, you would save at the worst parts. And, like, I literally had to start my game over once. Because I got stuck in the part where, like, literally, as soon as it loaded, I died. Like, I could not get out of it. Like, the random saves are terrible. I never, like... But if you don't put on the random saves, you get your damn progress lost.
to be fair, we're talking about New Vegas, right?
All the Fallouts, pretty much.
Okay. Well, the problem with Fallout New Vegas, the reason why, you probably played it before they patched everything, and the major issue with Fallout New Vegas was the fact that it was so buggy that games got corrupted, game glitches, and just a lot of things. But I mean, I think honestly, you might have liked that one better if the game would have been perfect from day one.
I don't think anything beats Fallout 3, but I mean, because I fell in love with the story and I loved the beginning. Like I would literally restart the game just to keep playing as the kid and stuff. Like I was hooked on the game from the beginning. But I don't know. I never played the first two.
Well, thankfully I bought them on Steam. Unfortunately, it's more a top-down tactical game, which, I mean, when 3 came out, they definitely tried to combine the two, a first-person shooter and tactical. I don't know if you'd like it, but without them, at least, you would have gotten what we have.
Yeah, that's true. But yeah, Fallout 3 is definitely the best so far, but, Fallout Shelter is, I mean, I never tried it, but it looks kind of weird.
It kind of plays like a Sims game underground, and you're building the world and the community.
Oh, well, it definitely sounds interesting. But, they really wanted to change Fallout a lot by doing this off, what do they call it, a side project?
Pretty much a spin-off.
Spin-off. I was saying something off, I don't know. A turn off.
A turn off.
But either way, yeah, Fallout 76 looks very different from the other ones. In a good way, I guess, but, I don't know. Fallout 4 really had a lot of promise to it. I was really looking forward to 4, because it showed before the thing happened, before the explosions and nukes and whatnot. And I was like, oh man, that looks cool. And then they put the building into it. And I'm like, okay, well, there's some people who do not like to build like that. And they literally put, mission type things in it. To where you literally have to do that to continue the story. It's I don't want to build. I couldn't even figure out how to build on the game. They saw the water pipe or something, and I was like, I don't know how to do that. I tried to put the pipe in the ground, and they're find this and that, and I'm like, yeah, no. I don't do those camping type games where you have to go out and find some stuff, and I really don't do it. It's not for me. I mean, I could go out in the wilderness and find those things, as in general, camping and whatnot. But if you play it on the game, it just, I don't know, it just bothers me. It's too much work that I have to do that really isn't getting anywhere. It's terrible.
Well, just think, in Fallout 76, you can just get a bunch of friends and be like, build for me, minions!
Hopefully. They better not put any building missions in there.
I feel like they will, but again, that's where you use your friends. And I mean in a good way, not, do this or I'm going to defriend you.
Yep, that would be me. But either way, like, I just can't, like, it's not my thing, really. I mean, you take The Sims and yeah, I like putting things in there, but like, literally all you have to do is like, oh, I want this, chink, here you go, put it right here. On there, you literally have to go out and find the resources, and I'm not one for that.
I don't know if Minecraft came out first or not before Fallout, but honestly, that's kind of what it kind of reminds me of, is like that or 7 Days to Die, which Telltale did. Just some type of crafting and survival game.
Yep, I'm not interested in that. You take a zombie game, okay, but I'm not interested in... I mean, I'm kind of interested in building stuff around it, but if you literally like, it requires 5 pieces of wood to build this crap, and I'm like, yeah, no. I don't want to go chopping no trees, I'm sorry. Like, it's definitely not my thing to go out and find resources. I don't know, it's just kind of irritating, I think. Like, it's too much work for, like, really nothing. Like, why can't I just, like, buy it? I know that's probably, like, part of the, like, it's probably, the whole point of the game, but...
Well, and that's where Dragon Age had it right. You could go out and farm the resources, or you could just go buy the items from a shopkeeper. And albeit I know you're not the biggest fan of Dragon Age, that you don't mind playing it, but you don't like watching it, it's a nice addition than having to go out and chop down like 20 trees to build some staff to shoot people with.
Well, I mean, I definitely like the, like, shooting people with arrows and, like, magic and stuff, but like, I mean, some of the main missions are pretty good, you know? But then you get into those stupid side missions where you have to go and get some random crap, and it's like, why? Why? Like, I don't like finding these things. Like, this is pointless. Like, it just feels so pointless. Like, I'd rather go out and find that in the actual world. I'd rather go actually chop down a tree than find it in a game, honestly. It's just not my thing, I guess. But Fallout 76 looks a lot better than Fallout 4, at least. Looks like there's probably going to be a lot less building, or it's going to be more optional. Unlike Fallout 4, where literally, like, I think for Fallout 4, like, I think literally one of the trailers or something shows a whole bunch of building. Or, like, everyone that plays it, they show a whole bunch of building in it. And I'm like, yeah, that shouldn't be the main part of the game.
Well, and that's because actually a lot of people... I know you said a lot of people don't like the building, and that's true, but then there's also a lot of people who actually love the building. And that's why a lot of it's shown off, too.
I'd rather play a farming simulator. I did like that a lot more than building stuff. I'd rather go and, like, actually, like, farm a whole, like, territory, I guess. But, like, it literally looks more optional in Fallout 76, and there's, like, I don't know about the whole, oh, a nuke for you, a nuke for you, a nuke for you. Like, we're supposed to be getting out of the damn nukes. Like, like, isn't that the whole point of getting out of the vault? And now they're putting more nukes into it.
Yeah, I know, right? It's all like, hey, we destroyed our world. Let's rebuild it because we've learned our lesson. You know what? Nah, nuke time.
Oh, let's blow up that whole world over there because they don't deserve to be out of the vaults. All that time they spent in the vaults, you know, just hiding from the nukes. Let's just blow them up. Like, that sounds so fun right there. Like, I don't know. I don't like the nuke idea, but I mean, I guess it's something. But, yeah, I don't know. Nukes.
Well, the creators did say that it wouldn't be easy to acquire the nuke codes. Like, you would have to, like, scour for hours and hours. I mean, albeit I know people will do it, but at least they're not making it like, hey, I just found all the codes in, like, 5 minutes. Let's nuke. Now I found 5 more. Let's nuke this area.
Well, damn, they're gonna blow up the whole world. I mean, how fun's that?
Or at least North or West Virginia.
Yeah, I know. Why not rebuild it? Like, I don't get it. Like, you're just gonna continue blowing up the world, apparently. Just just gonna create more Fallout. But like, definitely the open world thing is very, very different. Like every person's gonna be a person. That's definitely brings a new thing into it. And I feel like it's a lot like Unravel 2, where a lot of people are disappointed. Like, a lot of people liked the single player. They don't like to, you know, be in this whole world of people. They probably liked, like I liked, the multiple choices and being evil or good and whatnot.
Well, okay. On this one, I definitely agree-ish in a sense, and that's why I kind of also accidentally revealed what number 1 was, besides this thing going green screen constantly, is that Unravel 2 and Fallout are so similar in reasons why people are iffy about it or dislike it. But the thing that I keep trying to tell people, and I'll say it a little bit more when it comes back to me, is that this is a spin-off game, and they've got to keep trying to evolve the series, because if they just keep the series the same, albeit they'll get a lot of people back, like Call of Duty and those type of games, the game will start to get stale after a while.
Don't like it, don't play it. Just continuously replay Unraveled over and over again. Like, if you're that sad that you, like, don't have absolutely anybody in your life that could possibly play this game with you, then Unraveled, just keep playing it over and over again.
Or as bad as it sounds, if you don't want to play with yourself, yeah, I know that sounds really bad, but if you don't want to even play with yourself with the two characters and try a new experience, I mean, that's just my opinion, but I gotta agree with you that it's like, I don't want to say it's sad, because there are a lot of people that do it, but I do feel like you should game because of the new experiences, not because you want to feel safe and secure.
Well, I definitely think like in Fallout, like if you literally don't like playing with people, just nuke them all. Like find them codes and blow everybody up. Then like if you're like angry about it, just like go and shoot everybody.
Well, and I mean, okay, people are complaining about there being multiplayer now and people, and that it's going to ruin the story. And they've stated that there's going to be a single-player mode. You don't have to, play with people. But we're complaining about the game changing when, if you look back at the very first Fallouts, how many times has the game series changed? It literally has changed from a top-down experience that was a tactical RPG, which you might not have liked. If they would have brought that into Fallout 3, you might have never played that one. And Fallout 3 kind of combined the two. 4 kind of got rid of it. It feels more like an action than it does, or a shooter than it does a tactical anymore. So, I mean, not only are they trying something new, which they've done from the very start, the series has been about innovation, just like Unraveled so far out of the two, but Fallout has also done spin-offs. And they're not ruining your precious numbered sequels. It's not like this is Fallout 5. It's not like it's going to ruin the franchise. It's a spin-off. If it fails, Bethesda will take what worked from it and bring it into 5.
Yeah, I think that's definitely true. And another thing that really excited me about this game is all the different new creatures. Like, those things looked amazing. I think I don't know if that thing was a spider or what it was, but it looked really amazing. Some of those creatures really look like that. It was like cool, really cool. Well, I don't know. There was a whole bunch of different costumes, wasn't there? I thought they had different like colors and stuff.
I guess the customization with the outfits are way, way more this time. Like, I remember, I think I saw a fireman outfit. I don't remember. But yeah, no, there's a lot more customization for the clothing this time, too. Which, I mean, if you're going to be in the same world as people, you're going to want to look different from everybody else in one way or another. I mean, that's what Dead by Daylight has done right. Now you can customize the character how you want. So even if you do have something similar to somebody, you might have a different head or a different piece of clothing.
Well, yeah, they definitely, these multiplayer and online things have definitely been trying to make it so you can be more unique, you know, not being like everyone else. It just like definitely gives you your own personality to them, especially on Dead by Daylight. So I definitely think it's a plus that they're bringing more customization into it. Well, that's interesting.
Yeah. Hello, us. I don't even want to know. You know, as long as the picture's staying, I honestly don't care how close it gets. As long as it's not into an eye. Yep.
Green screen.
Green screen.
Yeah, and then it'll pop up and it'll be right on my nose or something. Well, I don't know if there's much else I can say about it. I mean, I definitely think that West Virginia was a good place to do it, and I love the song for it too.
Well, especially since I guess apparently, and I didn't know this, maybe it isn't true, but West Virginia apparently houses most of our nukes.
Yep, so it also kind of makes sense. Well, yeah, so Fallout 76 definitely impressed me the most out of all the choices that could have been. Just the whole open world thing, the customization, the new animals and creatures, nukes and stuff. Hope they bring Nuka-Cola back.
They will. It's a mainstream of the series.
Of course they will. Because otherwise I'll have to nuke people. But yeah, I definitely think that it definitely deserved number one out of all of them. Had the most gameplay, besides maybe Mario Smash Brothers. But
To be fair, that didn't have much gameplay. It was just a lot of exposition.
well, it showed some of them peoples hopping around.
I guess.
Yeah, like it pretty much showed everything and showed the trailer again, which of course I loved because of the West Virginia song.
It got played a lot at E3.
That's because we love it. But like like I don't know, everything on it really. Yeah, as long as it doesn't zoom in on my nose, I don't care. Or goes inside my nose. But yeah, like everything about it seemed promising, and they showed a whole bunch off for it, and they're like, this is big, guys, we got an open world Fallout, everybody. Like, they seem totally excited about it. You don't like it, no single player, F you, so it's just how it is. Don't play it if you don't want to. It's a spinoff.
Honestly, I had a lot more to talk about, but I just kind of rolled with what you said, so I really don't have too much to say either left. I mean, yeah, Fallout 76 definitely deserved it. I guess I'll reiterate a little of what I said when you were going. The fact that this is a spin-off, like you said, the series has changed 3 or 4 times. The building came to 4. You weren't too fond of the building, but 4 did something different with the building. I mean, they're trying new stuff, folks. Give them a chance. I mean, Bethesda, even if they do let you down like Fallout New Vegas and all the glitches and bugs, they did fix it. Bethesda was named the #1 game company of the year, or last year, or something. That means something. It's not a title you just throw around. Give them a chance. If the game blows, they might update it and fix it. Even if they don't, again, it's not a mainstream of the series. Even then, tell me one Fallout that actually followed any of the other number sequels. You can't, because each story has been different and contained in a different area. I can't be certain of Fallout 1 and 2, but, they're self-contained stories. So, no, I like the multiplayer aspect. I mean, I'm not fond of multiplayer, but the fact that you're the first settlement, you're the first humans to pop out in the world of this new world. So it makes sense why there's no human NPCs. And people have said, well, then where are we going to get our missions from? Well, there's still going to be mutants. There's still going to be ghouls. I mean, who knows? Maybe some of the animals actually are intelligent. There's still going to be missions and whatnot, and maybe NPCs will be around if you're deciding to play it as single player, since that is still an option. The nuking thing, yeah, I do agree with you. It's kind of why. But I mean, I guess if someone makes you angry enough, even though you can't specifically target them, you just nuke and hope. I mean, the weapons are probably going to be about the same. The new creatures are a plus. I mean, beyond that, you're right. I mean, it looked like they really think they got something good on their hands. And they're excited because they're trying to change how the game runs for the, we'll say, 4th time. And give us the best experience that we can have. And really, you've said just about everything else. So, I mean, I agree with everything, and that's why Fallout 76 definitely did get number 1. I would have chose Kingdom Hearts, personally, myself, if it wasn't for the fact that the darn thing's been, like, in production for 10 years. And I don't know, just that, honestly.
Okay. Well, like, literally, like, I also think that people, like, Xbox and everything, are trying to get people to connect with other people around the world. That's why they're doing these types of games where it has multiplayer and online stuff everywhere. Everything almost has online now. Because they're trying to get you to connect with other people, you know. I mean, life is about connection, you know. And, I mean, I get it. Some people don't want to connect because they're, you know, their own person, their own life. They don't care, you know. But, I mean, you don't have to, like, talk to them. Like, they can exist. Like, just let them be there. It doesn't matter. They message you, just leave it alone. Like, it really doesn't matter. You don't want nobody to message you, there's always an option to put where they don't.
That is true.
So, like, I mean, I don't get why everyone has an issue with it when you can literally put people can't message you, don't even talk to them. I mean, if you don't want to talk to them, don't talk to them. Just work around them, you know? You want to play these online games.
Boom. Mind blown. Oh, really? It comes back on long enough for me to do that skit? Wow.
Yeah, that's just about it. But yeah, literally, I believe that's what they're working towards, is almost all are going to have online stuff.
Well, I completely agree with you. I mean, that's... Okay, I know a lot of people question, why did they call it Xbox One? When the last one was... It makes it sound like it's the first Xbox. That wasn't the reason why it was called One. A lot of you guys will know why it was called One. But some of you won't. They called it Xbox One because they were bringing everything together. They were bringing social media. They were bringing the ability to stream stuff. They were trying to bring the communities together. And yeah, you're right. Gaming is definitely trying to build a community. One that's not toxic, hopefully, but you get toxicity everywhere. Toxic Rick! But yeah, that's the thing. Xbox One is being one, being whole. You know, a group of people. We are Legion. We are gamers. We do this kind of stuff. And like I said, the games can't always play it safe. They need to evolve. And it's still a great line or a great thing from the book The Outsiders. Either you evolve or you die. And I mean, that was the problem with video games back in 1986 when they had the, or 85, 84, when there was the big video game crash. I mean, minus them making like 8 billion copies of E.T., but it crashed because all games were not really doing things way too differently. I mean, there was the limitations of graphics, but I think we probably got enough about number one, though, and we've kind of went out of number one.
Yeah, well, I mean, it still is in the aspect of Fallout being an open world, so.
True.
So just deal with it, yeah.
And I think that is where we'll leave it. I mean, you guys probably might be enjoying us kind of podcasting here at this point.
Yeah, and going in and out.
Yeah, at this point it's like a podcast where you get small little glimpses of video. But, I mean, if you want to hear more about our thoughts on gaming and stuff like this, just let us know in the comments. We can definitely do a podcast or something or a vlog talking about it. I mean, we have the ability and time to do it or find it. But yeah, no, I think we've definitely explained why we think Fallout 76 definitely deserved number one. And I think it makes sense that Fallout 76 is number one too, because Bethesda was the number one press conference. And you were right. They put a lot of time into Fallout 76. They really feel like people are going to love it. They're doing a test beta. So, and now it's a good time to quit it too, because we got camera back to say goodbye.
Until it pops off when you're saying good gaming.
Yeah, probably. So we'll go ahead and leave it here. Come back next time for Adam's Review Corner's return. I don't know what we're doing with that, but it's another one of the episodes from the past. So until next time, remember, keep gaming, never give up, and keep evolving. Otherwise, you might not have gaming to fall back on.
Yep, that's to you, Mixer.
Touche. Evolve. Update. I don't want no more green screen by next month.